Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 37 of Risky Radio. My name's Ben, aka Shopa, and joining me tonight are Lewis, aka Waterloo.
Hey.
And Zach, aka Risky the Kid.
Hello everybody.
So, real quick, last week we announced a nice giveaway. Zach, you want to go over some of that giveaway stuff for us real quick?
Absolutely. So, on January 8th, during episode 40 of Risky Radio, we'll be drawing a random winner for a $20 gift card to the platform of your choice.
Sweet.
All you have to do to enter. Do you want to know what you have to do to enter?
Yeah, I do. Wait, actually.
Can I enter?
I was gonna say, if I go and rate myself, do I put myself into the entry?
Uh-oh. I don't know about that.
We
might have to make some rules.
A $20 gift card to the platform of my choice.
So all you guys have to do to enter is leave us a review on iTunes. Take a screenshot of it and send it to us either on Twitter @_riskyradio. Or you can shoot it to us at officialriskyradio@gmail.com. Or I've gotten some submissions through just Discord personally or Twitter personally. Any of us really. Any way you can get it to us, get it to us. And during episode 40, we'll announce that at the beginning of the show. And somebody will win.
Takes you like 3 minutes, right over you snap that shit and send it to us.
Yeah, the only thing I was thinking is for people that don't have iTunes accounts. Then you gotta take the extra minute and a half to sign up for an account.
4.5 minutes?
Yeah.
Crap.
So
I understand.
Lost cause.
That's a long time.
That is a long time. Minutes. But if you do it, we'll love you forever.
Yeah, and then you won't have to do it again so the next time you write a review.
You will never have to do it again.
Look at that.
And maybe down the road, you'll even win some more stuff.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It's
you never know. It's our first giveaway. It's not our last giveaway. We're planning to do this for you guys to show our love because we appreciate you listening to us every week. We're a little weird, but we love you guys anyway.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, you're weird.
Sometimes.
Yeah, we are. All right, well, Lou, we're going to go to you.
That is my name.
How was your week? A little bit longer week this week because we're recording on a Wednesday night.
You were feeling a little under the weather.
I was feeling.
How are you holding up?
Get a little soup in you.
Yeah, I've been not feeling too well. It started on Saturday night. I was playing with you guys on that PUBG. And my throat started to really clog up and start coughing, and then the next morning when I woke up I felt like death had touched my anus, and then that was about it.
I tried to hold it in. I tried to hold it in.
Just couldn't feel it anymore.
Initially he said he had a bunch of stuff clogged in his throat, and I was just thinking, stop sucking so much dick. But apparently you weren't sucking it, you were doing something within your butt.
Yeah, I don't know. But, I'm just not feeling too good. And yesterday I felt like death, and my lungs felt like they were on fire. So,
sounded way better today.
Oh, yeah, I'm feeling a little better. I feel like I'm running a slight fever. But
hopefully that track jacket you're wearing keeps you warm.
No help to that tracksuit.
It is and it isn't. It's like half and half warm, half not.
Half and half warm.
So what did you get to play? You get a little sick time. I mean, usually means more game time.
Well, you still worked, didn't you?
Yeah, I still worked. I didn't take a day off or anything. No, I think, let me tell you the games I've been playing.
I think you should do that.
PUBG, and I think I've been playing some more PUBG. I've been playing some other PUBG as well.
Hey, didn't we play some PUBG?
Yeah, we definitely played some PUBG. Right. I think Fortnite snuck its way in there, and then I started playing PUBG again. Yeah,
sneaky Uncle Fortnite getting in there.
That's about it. I just wanted to get in there for that to check out that update on that Fortnite. See what Christmas had to bring us.
What did it have to bring us? Because all that I saw that it brought us was a fucking terrible grenade launcher that shoots snowballs.
We were so bad with the grenade. We were like shooting it at them, like so when it landed, it would like kill them, and you literally have to shoot it like half the distance to them, so it bounces 3 times.
Yeah.
We were so bad, terrible. Dude.
Ben's like, check out this sweet gun I got, dude. And they put it on the floor for me, and I picked it up. And then our first gunfight we get in, I just start shooting it. It's lobbing like snowman,
and they make
heads.
Noises. It's like little snowballs, and they're like, "Hey!"
I never got any one of those, so I couldn't tell you. But
Good for you.
I did like how they decked the bus out with Christmas lights.
Yep. So
Santa was the new balloon.
The balloon is Santa.
And then if you do get their ghillie suit or the bush, it's covered in lights.
Yep. And so are all the other bushes.
Yeah. Yep.
When you first told me it, you were like, yeah, well, now the bush, it's covered in lights. I was like, well, you're going to stick out like a sore thumb if you're the only bush out there with lights all over you.
Yeah. No, but all the other bushes
blown.
are also.
And another cool thing they dropped is they called like the Season 2 Battle Pack. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of that, pay some V-Bucks, get a Battle Pack, you can get some cooler gear. Nothing that helps you for the game itself. It's all
cosmetic.
Nothing's
cosmetic looks.
One
no
thing
pay to win.
I would think I would like would be the gingerbread outfit.
I saw. I think I got killed by the gingerbread man.
Yeah, I think that looks a lot cooler than the skeleton man too.
The best thing you can get in the game, there's a Black Knight costume that you get for hitting level 75 during Season 2.
What does that do for you? Nothing.
Nothing. It's just cosmetic. Like right now, I'm wearing like a knight with like a little blue satchel kind of thing that I got. I actually ended up getting the battle pack. I had like 300 V-Bucks.
Oh no.
And so
do you know if you guys get to share that or no?
I didn't get in. Oh, I actually haven't checked it.
I don't think so, because when he was getting stuff for regular, when we played regular,
for
Fortnite, it wasn't effective.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like if you bought 20 llamas,
I don't think it's an add-on to the game itself. I think it's an add-on to your profile.
It's just
in the game.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Although if that was the case, that would be super OP and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But so quickly, Zach, did you get to play anything other than all the PUBGs?
Yeah, I checked out the Star Wars Resurrection DLC, which that was the free DLC that came out the 12th, maybe. I think it was a few days before The Last Jedi came out.
Mm-hmm.
I just played the story mission. It added Finn and Captain Phasma to the multiplayer, and I think there was more maps and stuff.
Okay.
But I just played through the actual campaign stuff.
How many more missions did you get?
I would say it's just one long mission, really. And by long, maybe like 2 hours at most it took me to beat it.
That's not bad. You still play as Iden Versio?
Yeah, you do. There's some...
Spoilers?
I'm just
kidding.
I hope not.
At this point,
hopefully
if
in
you
the trailer for it,
through
you saw that. But it's Iden older. Like, it's a gray-haired Iden. So like this is definitely down the road. It's happening at the same time The Force Awakens happens, because like the very end of this one it ties into
don't say anything about the new movie.
Ties into The Force Awakens.
Oh, I thought you were going to say in The Last Jedi.
You've definitely already seen The Force Awakens. Came out 2 years ago.
You said it took place at the same time, and then you said it tied in with it. So it kind of confused me. I thought you were going to say it took place at the same time.
They took place at the same time, and then at the very end of these two timelines.
Where do they timeline? Where
when Star Killer Base is being destroyed, you can see it.
Oh, okay.
That's really the extent of it.
So she's like on the Hammerhead or something.
Yeah, she's just off on their ship, whatever it's called. There's a lot of things that I think they want to be like emotional, and I don't know. It was such a short campaign. They introduced one new, very important character that you haven't seen before, but is important to Iden. And there's some loss in this 2-hour campaign, but it's such a small amount of time that you're supposed to get attached to people, and like their reactions when loss happens is so like bland, and, like nobody sheds a tear or gets like upset looking at all. It takes you out of it a lot. It was a very
unemotional
expansion for me, like, but it's free, so.
Free made up for it.
Free. It's still, you're still in Star Wars, doing Star Wars stuff. So there's worse ways you could spend your time. Hard drugs, strippers.
Ooh,
strippers are probably right. Maybe hookers.
Yeah,
hookers probably aren't that good for you.
Depending on where you're getting these hookers.
You take them to like the clinic beforehand
in Syracuse. I
to
don't
make
think
sure
you can get a not hooker. So
I would say I think they're all probably like grade F meat.
Oh,
No, thank you.
yuck.
Yeah, that was the only thing that I played. So things happened though. I went and saw The Last Jedi, and Ben went and saw The Last Jedi, and
alone.
Lou somehow hasn't seen The Last Jedi yet. You've been sick. I'd be there like coughing up my lung, just like just piss everybody.
I don't want to ruin the movie either.
Mm-hmm.
Which sucks because now we can't like spoiler talk about it.
Well, I'll say we probably weren't going to do that anyways.
Wait, go ahead.
I would.
Are you plugging your ears? No, I'm not.
No, we're
not going to spoil anything. I thought it was really good. It was weird because like the movie seems really divisive. So it's like people are loving it or they're hating it, which is weird because like I saw it, you saw it, we both came out of it and were like, holy shit, like that was awesome. We both loved it. Like I checked my phone afterwards, be like, all right, what are all the reviews saying? What are the critics saying? It was like up at 93 on Rotten Tomatoes, and just saw a bunch of really good reviews for it. But then when I started talking to people in like the community, started talking to people on Discord, everybody was super like bleh and down on it, and a lot of people just like downright hated it. And the Rotten Tomato score of 93 is like the critic score, but there's a user score and it's like a 50 right now. So I think people are either going to love it or they're going to hate it.
Oh, it can't be any worse than The Phantom Menace.
I mean, I 100% agree that nothing can top it except for maybe that Battlefront 2 campaign, in my opinion.
Shots fired.
I don't know. Phantom Menace is pretty tough to beat. Yeah. You had Darth Maul. He was cool. What you got to see of him. And pod racing was all right.
Yeah, Obi-Wan was pretty cool, but
it was a good Obi-Wan. Yeah. Qui-Gon was fine.
Mm-hmm.
But
all in all, I don't think Phantom Menace or the prequels were any good. I mean, they were all right, but
I liked Revenge of the Sith. I liked the third one. I thought that was good. A lot of good lightsabery stuff.
Oh yeah.
But that's your Star Wars hour. I also adopted a new puppy.
Yay.
On Saturday.
It's a cute little guy.
You sound really excited about that.
I was.
Yay.
That was generosity.
Yep. I have no idea what he is. He's
a quote unquote hound mix.
A hound mix. He does have really big ears, but yeah, he's definitely a mutt.
Yeah.
And he hates the heater. When the heat kicks on, he goes running into the kitchen and curls up into a ball. So
I also think he's got a kind of a pinhead too.
He has a tiny head and really big ears. I think
like
his giant ears probably make his head look even smaller too.
Yeah.
True.
He's about the size of my dog Sky's right about now, I'd say. Maybe a little smaller.
I think Guess is probably a little bigger.
Yeah.
Okay. A little meatier too, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, he's dense.
So that's cool. That's exciting.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. He's a good dog so far. Bear likes him a lot. My other dog. So.
Although we did eat a couple of presents.
Oh yeah, we had Christmas presents wrapped under the tree, and I was playing PUBG with Ben last night, and I was like, I need to clean up, so I'm gonna move my setup down into the kitchen. So I was playing in the kitchen, which is right next to the tree, and he was just like chewing on presents, and I thought that he was chewing on his bones and stuff, and I looked up and he'd like chewed through a whole DVD. And then
was it your gift or Megan's gift?
It was a gift Megan had bought for her grandfather. And it wasn't even wrapped yet. It was just sitting under there, like waiting to be wrapped.
Yeah.
And he just decided he was gonna eat it.
Hey, this looks good.
And I was like, that sounds like a bone. And then I looked over, and it's like, oh, well, fuck, that's not a bone.
Was Bear doing anything?
No.
Like, was he looking at him like, hey, he's doing something wrong?
No. You think he would have come over and told me, like, put a paw up? I'm like, hey, that little dog, it's eating stuff under the tree.
Well, every now and then dogs will do that. They'll kind of like rat each other out somehow.
Bear's too dumb. They're both pretty dumb. So
that's true.
Yeah. So my week was good, and I just played a lot of PUBG.
Mm-hmm.
So we can talk about some PUBG then, huh? How's that sound?
The about only thing I played other than some Fortnite and some League of Legends. So yeah, definitely. PUBG came out the 12th. We were all hyped about it. For Xbox, I'll specify.
Mm-hmm.
How was that? What were your first impressions?
Well, I mean, I'd get the bad stuff out of the way first, and the bad stuff is this game runs like a pile of shit right now.
It doesn't even run like a pile of shit.
Doesn't run very
That's being abusive to the pile of shit.
It runs like a paraplegic.
Oh God! Why did you have to take it so far?
Well, hey,
I like that a lot. That makes a lot of sense.
Okay,
yeah, that's definitely right. Yeah, so between frame rate drop, rubber banding, Ben has gotten kicked by so many matches.
Let me tell you how this game works for the OG Xbox.
Yeah, go for it.
I drop into the game from this plane. Okay. Zach goes, hey, let's drop it. These buildings right here. I say, all right, I'll let you know when I see the buildings. About 15 seconds later of falling, the buildings come up. Cool. They look all cartoony. Weird. So then I land on said ground right next to the buildings. What does Zach see? Perfectly framed buildings, doors, windows, loot inside of them. And I'm assuming you probably see most of the furniture at that point as well.
Yeah, and for context, I'm running a 1X.
I see a cartoony styled house. No windows, no doors, blocky colors. Can't get inside, can't open doors. If I do land on top of them, I just rubber band through the ceiling. Give it about 30 seconds. All the houses come up. I can open the doors and see the windows. No furniture inside. Makes looting really easy, I'll admit it, because there's nothing to get in the way of any of the loot.
So can you walk through like tables and stuff because they're not there? Or do you just run into like invisible walls?
No, they don't exist at all. Nothing exists.
That's so weird.
Which has got me in trouble because I was looting one place and then all of a sudden I was running up these stairs and they actually were blocked off. There was just boxes in the stairs, but I was in the middle of the boxes, so the game just thought I was
breaking the game.
So I just had to back out of that one. Like I literally couldn't move. I was gonna stay if the circle was on me, but the circle wasn't on me, and just like try to win by staying in the circle. I think that would have been hilarious. But so then 30 seconds in, I can get inside the buildings and start looting. I'd say about another 30 seconds before all of the furniture loads in, and probably about another 30 to 60 seconds before all of the rubber banding and shit stops working. Or stops happening. So
I get rubber banding in the middle of the game still too.
Mine's not too bad. I'm wired, which helps, I think.
Yeah, same. And the rubber banding, for me, the experience has been really, really bad for the first few minutes, like after you first drop, which is essentially like the most integral part of the whole game.
Yeah.
Is like you're down there, everybody's picking up weapons, everybody's going to like the hot spots, and then there's just gunfights. It sucks when you're going down a hall towards somebody and then you get pulled back like outside of a building or something, or you're just trying to pick up a weapon, but you keep getting rubber banded backwards.
Yep.
What a nightmare.
Or you go to land, so one of the big buildings is school, as most of you probably already know, and you can land on top of school, lots of loot on top of school, 2 stories. When I land on top of school, I rubber band between the top floor and the roof, up and down, and I also rubber band forward and backwards trying to pick stuff up.
Oh, rough.
It looks horrible. I get kicked out of games.
I've only got kicked out once.
Frequently.
Like, I've yet to get kicked out of a game, but like, Ben, it's happened to you multiple times.
It happened to me multiple times in one game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We were playing the squads with Casey.
It happened twice, with you.
I literally got kicked out twice. Like last night we were playing and I was driving a car and Zach was in the passenger seat and we were going through the middle of the circle and we were having a good time. We were well looted. It was going to be a good game. I get kicked out. Car comes to a stop. I'm sitting in the driver's seat. Zach gets out of the car smartly because we're sitting ducks. I'm about to load back in. Zach goes, "You got shot in the head. I watched your brains go everywhere." Oh, sad face.
Yeah, so I'm sitting behind. We parked our UAZ next to another one. And so Ben's just sitting there in the driver's seat. Like, when you're kicked out of the game, your body's still sitting there.
Oh, it parked next to another one?
Yeah, it was literally, like, diagonal to it. And so I'm just, like, crouched behind the further back Jeep, just, like, waiting for you to spawn back in. And then I just hear shots start to ring out. And I was like, shit, like, he's going to die. And then you died. You fell out of the car. And I see the dude come running down from like the building he was up on top of, and I was hiding behind the second Jeep, and he ran in front of my Jeep behind ours that was in front of it and started to loot Ben's body while I was sitting right there. So like I popped around the corner and just shot him a bunch, killed him, got into the second UAZ, started to drive away, and his friend up on the building like shot me in the head as I was driving the Jeep away. And good for that guy.
That was a pretty good shot.
I didn't deserve to be alive there.
You mean the Yakuza?
Oh my god.
The Yakuza, yeah, you couldn't think of the UAZ, so you kept calling it a Yakuza all week.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Vastly different things.
I mean, there's also sucky FPF drops and some fights.
Lots of frame rate drops, and like you never see this game is locked at. It's not locked at 30. It's the ceiling is 30. So you're not going to see anything above 30, where PC on its high settings, you can blow 60 out of the water. Like seeing
Mine
people
goes between like 120 and 150,
like
back and forth.
Seeing people stream this PUBG on PC, it's like it looks like a video game. Like it plays like a video game. It's smooth. It looks good. And we just have this bastardized version on the Xbox.
Yeah, and don't even get it started on driving. You have to close your eyes almost.
Yeah.
So I go into first person now because there's less that has to load in.
Oh yeah, true.
So it doesn't do the third. But
so frames drop to like 5 frames a second when you're driving. I'd say
we were playing in squads. There were 4 of us, and there's another group following us. I tried to peek the window to try and shoot at them behind us, and almost puked on my monitor. Almost, literally projectile puked straight across onto my monitor. It was so bad. I think I had negative 17 frames. It was that bad.
Yeah.
And everything was just so shaky. You had to park in like a building so that we could all get out and not throw up.
It sucks when your video game can give you like motion sickness because of the lack of frames. A lot of this is happening in, like I said at the beginning of it, once there's less players in the actual lobby, it's not terrible.
Yeah. Or once you get like spread out or and kind of stuff like that. Like if you drop away from people, I typically don't have a problem with rubber banding or anything, but when it's got a lot of people in one place, like school or apartments, or you drop in Pachinki, or actually I haven't had too many problems in military base. But once you get closer to people, if there's a lot of them around, you can tell the game's chugging.
Or if you always my system will say syncing again when someone dies. If someone has like a good connection or bad connection, because I've noticed my screen will go dark and I'll say syncing. The little like syncing thing will come up.
See, so like last night I finally started to get that disconnect thing because I wasn't hardwired.
I've never had that happen to me before.
Because you're hardwired, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it happens to me every now and again, and I can't, like, I can look around, but I can't move, and then I'll look at the kill, and then it'll go down by 1, and then that'll go away.
So I wonder if that's just a host migration.
Can you plug into your router? Are you hardwired or no?
No, I'm not.
He hasn't done it yet. Remember, he has to go all the way across his front living room or whatever, and he doesn't want to make it look ugly.
Doing it.
It's worth it.
It's
if you want to get the internet you're actually paying for, there's no other way to get those speeds.
That's horseshit.
It's horseshit, but that's the way it is.
But so like as far as controls go, I think they did a really good job of integrating everything you want to do in PUBG, like on the PC, with the controller. It's a little weird to hold X to reload, but that's just because you have to open doors and stuff, so that's X tap, and holding is to reload.
Also, with the new update, they put in those the keynotes, like hold X to reload when you get a gun.
Like it actually tells you.
It
now
tells you now, because when
prompts.
the first game came out, I didn't know how to like reload my gun.
Well, neither did I, and I was running around with a gun
with no ammo.
I was like, why can't I load this fucking gun? I'm tapping X, I'm tapping everything, and gotta hold it down.
Yep.
Also, like the down on the D-pad thing with the boost and stuff, I didn't know until last night.
Yeah.
And I tell you right now, I didn't even use it last night. I totally forgot it was a thing.
You don't have to go in your menu. You just hit down and then down on the D-pad, down again to find the one you want. Then hold
it. Yep.
And then just like with the grenades, and then up for your sickle or whatever your melee weapon is. And I can't remember. I think left is going from auto to semi or burst.
Yes, change your firing rate, which is something big that I had to work on playing on the PC as well. And I know Zach had problems the other night, is like forgetting to switch stuff, because everything you pick up is in single,
which is fucking obnoxious. If I pick up an SMG, who's the asshole that left it sitting there in single shot mode? Why are you using an Uzi in single shot mode? What? No, thank you, sir.
I agree.
Leave my gun in full auto, especially if it's an AR or whatever. Like when I pick up an Uzi or a UMP, I'm not expecting to have to change the fire rate. So many times I got into gunfights where I just try to unload on a guy and I hold down the trigger and it fires one bullet at him, and then he just unloads on me. I think I learned my lesson, but I'm still dying
it's
to
tough
that.
to get in your head. But overall, I've had a blast. We've put so much time into it this past week. Personally, I have a 6-kill solo win.
Nice.
Whoop, whoop.
And Zach and I have 2 duo wins, a 5-kill and a 6-kill.
Yeah, I messaged these two last night, and I was like, I'm not gonna stop playing PUBG tonight until we win a chicken dinner.
And do you want to tell them the story of how we won that chicken dinner? Real quick?
That's all you.
Okay, so real quick, we're getting into the inner circles, and it's on the top left of the map where there's all those apartment buildings. So fuck me, right? Of course, I have a Kar 98 with an 8x scope in the middle of all these buildings. Super helpful. Yeah, so I only have one rifle. Zach has 2 rifles, and we're just kind of inching through all these buildings and stuff. We did a really good job of, we kind of camped a room that we knew people would run by. Somebody ran into said room, we killed them, and then we got their teammate quickly, got to loot quick. So it came down to like the final 7 people, and when the circle gets small enough, it won't recreate another circle. It'll just sit there, and a timer will count down. What we didn't know is that timer counts down to that circle just slowly closing until there's no space left whatsoever.
Oh, Jesus.
So that somebody will die. So we sat there for like a solid minute and a half, 2 minutes, without a circle moving or without it telling us where to be, waiting for people to peek. So finally we pushed into a building.
And it's like a 4-story apartment building, and we're like locked in like a stairwell,
and
where
there
there's
was
just
still
stairs going all the way up.
5 people left.
I thought there were 7 when we first got in there. At least.
Well, 5 other people.
Oh, okay, yes.
5 other people. Yep. So we're like moving. We're making our way, clearing out the bottom sides of this building.
So that's 2 teams then, right?
5 other people could be 3 teams in a solo.
Could also be
a couple.
Could
of
have been
solos.
all solos.
Yeah. So
it wasn't.
So we're working up this building, and all of a sudden I just see the circle starting closing. So I'm like, oh, fuck, we need to move. Like, get it. So we run up the stairs, and we get up the next set of stairs, and then as soon as Zach turns the corner, he says, like, they're at the top of the stairs, fuck. So I hear him start shooting, but what I remember from the game, because I played it a couple of times, is that stairway is semi-centered in the building, but if you run into one of the rooms to the side, you can get farther over, and that was closer to the center of the circle. At that point, I wasn't trying to kill anyone. I was surviving.
Yeah.
So Zach ended up putting enough damage into these 2 guys. The other people must have died outside the circle.
Yeah, so they came down the stairs. I took out the first guy. He went down, and I assumed you were right behind me. So I went down, killed the one guy. His buddy behind him killed me. And then it goes to like the you're dead screen or whatever. And so then I didn't even hit the spectate button to see what Ben was doing, because I was like, oh my god, like there's barely any people left, and then it just pops up winner chicken dinner, and then later I find out that Ben didn't kill that guy that was in front of me. He was hiding.
I turned to left to go into the next set of rooms because I knew it was going to have more room for me to be in the safe zone. I was going to pop as many boosts as I could and survive as long as possible.
Just be the last man standing.
I had 25% HP when that chicken dinner thing popped up, and I was outside. I was inside the circle, like I wasn't taking any more damage at that point. But when you get to a circle that deep, you're losing like
the health is
12 to 25%, like a second.
Super fast.
So that was our nice and cheesy chicken dinner. The other one was good. We got into a couple of gunfights.
Our first duo. That was our first time playing.
First time ever playing as duo.
Was nice.
We finished it off with gunfights, so that was like a regular win, but it was pretty cool.
I've still yet to get a chicken dinner.
We gotta do that. It's tough because one thing
we've
we
been
found
so
out.
close. When I've been playing with you guys.
That one night we played with Casey. It was his first time ever.
We finished third. Yep. And even that game, I DC'd twice during that game. We were driving around in a car. I DC'd, came back to us driving that car. We stopped, got in a gunfight, got back in the car, and I DC'd again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one where all of a sudden it was just me, everyone else was dead, and then I was shooting one guy and a car came out of like left field and just ran me over.
Those are annoying.
Tough to avoid cars in this game.
Sometimes, yeah. I wish there was like a dive.
Like a roll.
Exactly.
Well, the biggest thing that's hard is you're aiming on an Xbox controller is tough to match with the speed of a car. So it's
I've also
tough
turned
to
down
shoot
all my
people.
settings.
I think we all did.
Yeah, they're all like at 1 pretty much.
Best player playing on Xbox or whatever posted his settings, so we all got pretty close to those, I think. Which
so like the only setting that's up high is your like
regular sensitivity.
Anytime I'm not aiming,
I'm 3. My sensitivity for normal is all 3. Then all scopes are 1 except for the 8x scope, which is up to 10. Because I heard something that there was some type of glitch going on with that one.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah,
right.
But that's what I heard. So that's why I set that one all the way to 10.
You should probably look into that glitch to see how you actually utilize.
But I also haven't found an 8x scope.
That's probably something. Yeah.
It really doesn't bother me as of right now.
Yeah.
I'm assuming if it was fake and I do get an 8x scope and I have it on 10x zoom, it's gonna be like
you're gonna hurl.
Oh yeah,
you're moving really fast. But to get into what Zach was kind of mentioning quick, so you can play solos, duos, and squads being 4. So many times this past week and a little bit, we've had 3 people. And trying to load that 4th person in seems to be a seemingly impossible job.
Unless you're that 4th person looking for 3 people.
Unless you decide that you're going to not play solos and you're going to solo squads with 3 other players you can't communicate with and probably have no idea what they're doing.
I've done that a few times, and some of them do know what they're doing. Like, what I'll do is when I load into one of the loading screen, I'll find one of my teammates, and I'll just stand right next to him, showing like, hey, I'm going to be your partner in crime. And then when I see him drops, I drop with him. So I try to stay on his back, showing that, I want to do this as a team.
And that's where like the marking on the map and stuff helps. I ended up accidentally playing a duo with a random. We ended up finishing 5th.
Not bad.
I actually had 7 kills in that game. That was pretty well. But it was the kid's 3rd game. Like he asked me to be part of a party after he died. And was talking to me and then sent me a friend request. I have him just in case we have 3. But was talking to me and said that's the 3rd time he's ever played it on his Xbox. He didn't really know what he was doing. I mean, he shot at people when I shot at them.
Hey, what more could you ask for?
At that point, he was my chauffeur. He drove me around places. I got all the loot. So, I mean, that was fun. When you're not rubber banding and really pissed off at the game for not working very well and it like starts to work, it's fun.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing. Like, I looked up our times. You had 28. I had 24. Well, 28 and 26. Ben was 28. I was 26. I didn't look yours up.
Oh, well,
but,
cool.
Well, it's just because I played so much with him this week that I knew we'd both put in a ton of time. And it's like, if I can play that many hours and this game has been out a week, like, it says something about the game for how fucked up technically it is, how much fun you actually have playing, because the concept of Battle Royale, 100 people, everybody for themselves, last man standing, it's a perfect concept. And like 2018, I think you're going to see a ton of this.
I was listening to something, and I think it was Counter-Strike is doing some type of update or something, and they're thinking I think it's going to be a battle royale.
Yeah, people were seeing things that had been like data mined, like planes and parachutes and stuff. That aren't in the game right now. And it's like, what could they be using this kind of stuff for? Like planes and parachutes. Now, anytime I hear that, I'm like, oh, it's got to be a battle royale game. That's how everybody's getting in here.
So, how does this game stack up to Fortnite battle royale for you guys?
I prefer PUBG. If PUBG played as well as Fortnite,
there'd be no competition.
I wouldn't play anything else. But sometimes, like this happened the other night, we just kind of had to go back to a game that functioned properly. Like a game that didn't dip below 10 frames a second at times. But to each their own. If you like buildings, if you like even like the art style, like they're very different in that perspective. PUBG is it's supposed to be realistic, which it's still not the best looking game anyways, but like Fortnite is intentionally stylized. So,
and in Fortnite you have costumes, emotes.
Right.
Well, you have costumes in Battle Royale in a sense.
Kind of.
You have clothing
You've got shitty t-shirts and shitty pants.
Yeah, but
yeah, it's not like you're not going to see a gingerbread man running down the road.
More damage based on like their type.
I was going to say, I feel like
all that kind of stuff. Whereas PUBG, it's based on what you loot. I like. I mean, it's also third person.
They're both third person.
Yep.
Well, you can play the other one, but
you can play PUBG first person. You can't play Fortnite first person.
But what I'm saying is, you can aim in PUBG versus
unless Fortnite you have a sniper rifle, you can't.
In Fortnite.
Yeah, that's true.
I think.
I also like how you can do attachments too. In PUBG, which is
much more realistic.
Yeah,
sights and all that kind of stuff. And did you know that your attachments affect your third person aiming as well? So if you have like a time scope, you scope in farther third person.
I did not know that.
I'm pretty sure I like data mined that in like PC. Like I put on different sites and saw how far it zoomed in. So at least on PC, that I think is how it works. I like Zach said, I think to each their own. Fortnite's nice to go back. You drop in, you can see everything. Everything's there when you load in. Your shots hit where you want them to hit.
It's really smooth. You know,
that's another huge thing is that PUBG, no aim assists. Fortnite, aim assist. So like you need way more gun skill for PUBG, which generally sucks for me, but it feels way more realistic. And like getting a kill in either game feels really good, but I'll say in PUBG, when I get a kill, like it's a hell of a feeling.
There's different times, like definitely like that. Fortnite, you get a kill, there's a cute little sound, like this little like minion comes up and like takes their body away and all their loot's down there. In PUBG, you got somebody driving a car and you happen to hit a shot in like their head. They just drop out of the car
blood
and
just splattering everywhere.
Just fly. It's just, even like sniper shots comparatively. You hear like a little ting in Fortnite and it goes up there and you get kind of close. It's kind of hard to aim at Fortnite, to be honest, with the sniper rifle. Whereas in PUBG, you have that giant like Car 98 poof sound as the sniper rifle fires a bullet off, and as soon as you see it hit that person's head, they just fall to the ground, and it's just so fulfilling.
And in PUBG, you're taking, I mean, they both have bullet drop, and you have to lead people, that kind of thing. So I guess that's not very different.
Yeah, it is a lot easier to tell if you got a hit in Fortnite than in PUBG.
Yeah, because you see numbers popping up.
And in this, sometimes you might miss the blood. And you're like, what the fuck, did I not hit him?
If there's 4 of us all shooting at a car going by and like blood splatters, you're like, who hit him?
Yeah,
I hit him. It's like, no, maybe you hit him. Did I hit him? Did you hit him?
Someone's flying.
Who knows? Because we just saw some blood go flying out of the back of a Jeep.
And also, you have to be much smarter with your inventory, I feel like, in PUBG, because you can pick up a SCAR, but if you don't have any 5.56 ammo, who fucking cares? Whereas in Fortnite, if you pick up a gun, 1, it's already loaded with at least like a set of bullets, and 2, bullets are pretty well mined, looted in that game, and you just run by them and you pick them up automatically.
Well, yeah, so with that new update, they made it so you can just run over ammo in Fortnite Battle Royale, which is sweet. Yeah. You don't have to pick it up anymore.
So, I mean, and the biggest difference is definitely the building in Fortnite. You can make your own defenses, which is a very integral part of the game. It's like you're seeing pros now build giant levels, bases, and you put like a jump pad down, you jump off of it, and you fly to a different part. Like, I'd say Fortnite's much more, I don't even want to say like cartoony. It's almost like more of a ridiculous fun kind of BR.
It's more like a video game fun, and then PUBG is more like real life fun.
More like a sim
fun.
Like a simulation.
Yeah. Just like Overdrive, the Xbox game, Sunset Overdrive. It's super cartoony, but super like video game.
Felt like a video game.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. But yeah, it's good, and I hope someday that we see this game locked at 30 frames, which still isn't where it needs to be. No. I'd love 60.
At this point, I'd rather them just uncap it, and so if you have an X and you can run it at 100 FPS, go right ahead. If you have an OG and it can sit at 35 and still drop a little bit, who really cares at that point? Because at least I have uncapped frameage.
I just think they need to fix the issue first before they, uncap the level or something.
Well,
get it done.
That is the issue, though.
They just need to get it done.
The connection issue, I think, is what you're talking about as well.
But it's all stuff that, it's in game preview.
True.
They make that clear every time you turn on the game.
Yep.
But for the amount of money I paid for it and the things that are going wrong with it, I still enjoy every minute of playing the game.
That's the thing. I'll sit at work, and this is what I'm thinking of. It's like, man, I wish I could play some PUBG tonight, or I can't wait to get out of work so I can play some PUBG.
Yeah.
It's like after every game, it's always like, yeah, I should probably be done, but
let me get one more.
Let's just play one more.
Yeah.
So overall, I'm having a ton of fun with it. I think it's well worth the $30 price tag, even though it is in early access. We did have a question about PUBG, and we can just answer that now. This one came in from Toast. He said, with PUBG coming out to all the criticism about the stuff that we criticized it about, is Microsoft to blame for overhyping this, or is it our fault? He says, I think we hyped ourselves because Microsoft didn't do massive promos or anything like they could have for the game. So do you think the player base, hyped it up too much? Like, for all of us people that never got a chance to play this because it was on PC and we're console players, I don't know. Is that our fault or Microsoft's?
I would say it's our fault more than Microsoft's.
I agree with that as well.
Because like we really didn't see, like maybe at some conventions you see PUBG now, but it's not like you're seeing commercials and
now we are
like
starting
that.
to see commercials.
Right,
now that it's
actually
on the console, you're seeing the PUBG on console now, but before you never saw any, at least I didn't see any, hey, play the PUBG on PC. You don't see a lot of PC commercials in general. And like the only time I've ever really heard of this game is when Ben brought it up. I was like, I knew of H1, Z1, those games, but I didn't know this was like a spin-off of it, and then it built its own thing. But I had no clue about this game until you talked about it.
Yeah, and it definitely, the PC version came out kind of under the radar. As soon as people started playing it and streamers started playing it,
and then it was a fucking really phenomenon. They're over huge, 20 million sold right now, I think, on PC.
I don't think that helped either, especially the fact that you can run it so high on everything at PC. I think people are expecting this to come out and for it to run worse than the PC version,
worse, but like
not.
Reasonable,
playable
at a playable state.
Like I'm gonna try and post a YouTube video of like the beginning of this game. I landed at the school for the internet,
not being able to see stuff and rubber banding and stuff.
You're gonna cry.
Oh, it's been well documented. You looked up videos of just like OG Xbox people some it's of them. Horrible.
Yeah. So that doesn't help.
I also would say I don't think a ton of people that I've talked to are disappointed by any means. Like we all know that there's some issues with it. We all also know it's in-game preview, but we're all fucking putting tons of time into this and having some of the most fun I've had in probably years playing this game.
I definitely.
It's one of those
the highs and lows.
Love-hate relationships.
Yeah,
like 2 nights ago, Zach and I were playing at the end of the night. And it was getting to the point where we were almost forcing ourselves to play more because we knew we wanted to play more, but we were doing so badly and like the game felt a little rough. But then like last night we got on and we're like, we're gonna win this, and we were playing pretty well throughout the night. We finally got our win. It was good. So it's like a love-hate. Once in a while you get into it and you're like, this game sucks ass. No one should play this fucking game. What the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, I got pissed a couple times, but it always turns around for me. The next day, I'm always ready to go again.
Fucking Lewis, who decides that he's going to parachute 600 fucking years away from you because he doesn't know which way you're going.
Sometimes the parachute, like usually my first jump is never very good.
I'll be like getting down in the same spot, and then you're like, look, and Lewis is like, yeah, I didn't parachute very well, guys.
I landed in Pachinki. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's usually true, but it's only usually on the first game that we play I have a bad drop,
which is funny.
Yeah, to answer the question. Yeah, if you overhyped it and this didn't meet your expectations, it's probably our fault, not Microsoft's by any means.
Definitely. Especially for like how this is like an Xbox exclusive. You didn't see them like rubbing it in anyone's face or like, haha, we have this where you at, PlayStation. Like they knew that this game, I think, speaks for itself with the volume and everything. By the way, I think there were 2 million players in the first 24 hours on Xbox.
I saw 1 million. 1 million sold in the first 48 hours, or 1 million players in the first 48 hours.
Okay, so I saw it wrong. That was close.
Not too shabby.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. Which is probably why it was kind of horrible the first. I'll admit, I thought it was going to be Call of Duty status, like not getting into games and shit in the first day it came out.
Which I couldn't. I downloaded it on the 12th and I couldn't get into it that morning before I went to work.
Oh, so like we got in after work, so like the major rush of the game just coming out had kind of passed.
You said you were able to get onto it on lunch, right?
Around like noon.
I couldn't. I was up at around like 9, I think, 8.
So a few hours before,
and it wouldn't let me on. It just wouldn't.
Yeah. The rubber banding I noticed got way worse as soon as Friday came. I'm assuming the player count probably shot up because it was the weekend finally, and tons of people could be on. So I would say some of the rubber banding has to be attributed to server overload. But yeah, PUBG is pretty awesome. For as broken as it is, I still can't suggest it enough. I think it's a ton of fun, and if you are hyped about it from PC, it's a lesser version, but it's still a fuckload of fun.
It's like the quarterback, the It's like the all-star quarterback of a football team's little retarded brother. You know.
I don't think I'd have fun playing with a little retarded brother. Just saying.
Little retards can be kind of fun sometimes.
All right, moving on.
God, Lewis. Gosh. So moving on from that, let's get into some free shit.
That sound is quiet again.
Yes, love quiet. Cha-ching! That's weird. All right, let's run through this real quick. That hasn't changed like at all. Warhammer End Times, Vermintide. We've played this before. It's okay. Get to the 31st. Your secondary game, Back to the Future of the Game, 10th anniversary has switched. You have that from the 16th to January 15th. So head out and grab that. I don't know. Back to the Future. Fun shit.
So quiet.
Let's see. 360, you have Marlo Briggs and the Mask of the Death. December 16th through the 31st. So run out and grab those. Let's see. PS Plus games real quick. PS4 Darksider 2 Definitive Edition and Kung Fu Panda Shadow of Legendary Legends. PS3 Siberia Collection, Siberia and Siberia 2, and X-Blaze Lost Memories. And then for your Vita, Forma 8, which is a cross-buy with PS4, and Wanted Corp. So there's your quick free shit for the week.
Go get your free shit.
Next, let's get into a little sponsor ad.
This week's episode is brought to you by 16 Ounce Gaming. The guys over there have a Discord. They have a podcast that they do bi-weekly. Bunch of good dudes. A lot of them are into PUBG right now. If you're looking for some people to play, looking to fill some squads, or just have some good dudes to play with, talk with, all those fun things. Yeah, you can hit them up in Discord, listen to their podcast, and play some games with them.
Yeah, a lot of them actually play on the PC as well, so they know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Pretty good video games.
Links to the podcast and their Discord will be in the show notes, so go over there, check them out.
Yeah, you'll see us in there. Let's see. Next, we're going to finish up the listener questions. First off, friend of the show, Shine, writes in, favorite holiday food? We almost always seem to get a food question, which I don't mind.
No, I generally enjoy it. Mm-hmm. So holiday food for me is like the only thing really out of the ordinary I'm usually eating around this time of year is like Christmas cookies, right? Like that. Everybody? No, not you, Ben. Not a Christmas cookie guy.
Not really.
I don't know the names of any of them. You have like
gingerbread man.
No, see, that's one thing I'm not a fan of, actually, is gingerbread.
You just like regular sugar cookies?
Like the sugar cookies that you, like, paint with frosting to make them all
or like the ones things. You get in, like, the little circles that have, like, Christmas trees on them, and then you put them in the oven, and they come up, and they have, like, Christmas trees on them. There's sugar cookies
that's
like
just regular.
Those are just, like, Toll House cookies.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, like, I don't know, my family just, like, makes cookies, not just... Look, it's got a reindeer in the center
Jess
of it.
was actually making cookies when I left, so I guess I can't say much. But
the peanut butter cookies, where you put the Reese's or the Hershey Kiss,
or something?
The Hershey Kiss in the center. Buckeyes are also...
No, Buckeyes are a different thing.
Yeah, Buckeyes just like a hunk of peanut butter, like dipped in chocolate and then hardened. Eat them cold. They're so good.
Delicious.
And then the one thing I also always have is they're chocolate covered like cherries, but they have like the cherry like goop in the center. What the hell are those things called?
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, though?
Those are pretty good.
Those are always sitting around
during
Christmas. Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing. They're not just chocolate covered cherries, because it's like
goop in the middle. They're like better than Gushers, but covered in chocolate.
It reminds kind of like a Cadbury egg.
Yeah,
that with the filling a little bit.
Yeah.
We don't eat anything that's not like a dessert or something. Like we don't have like goose.
Do you have spiraled ham every
week? Like every week, definitely
every
not.
Month?
No, we don't. So we don't really have a Christmas dish.
I'm really glad you answered this question before I did, because I was definitely going for like overall holidays. I didn't think.
Well, I also was gonna. That was gonna be my
specific
question: is which holidays? Because the holidays season food, or favorite holiday food?
Because that could come from. I definitely wrote turkey on Thanksgiving.
That can come from Thanksgiving.
I assumed we didn't need to cover favorite Thanksgiving.
Didn't we already did?
Because we just did that.
Shh. I have an answer though, so it's okay.
Okay, well then you go.
And hot cocoa's cool this time of year. It's the only time I'll drink it.
That's when I get bribed. My mom will make a giant pot of hot cocoa and be like, if you go shovel the driveway, I'll give you some hot cocoa.
And I'd be like, bitch, I can go buy that hot cocoa and make it myself.
I can go get that nice and easy right down the road. So one thing that actually pops up a lot throughout our family and gift giving is those chocolate oranges.
Oh, yeah. That you, like, split and, like
the whack 'em.
Well, I like to smack them on the table really, really hard.
So they split into little, like, orange slices?
Yep. Mm-hmm. We get, like, one or two of those in our stockings. They're sitting around the house.
That's true. For some reason, that does feel like a holiday treat.
Other than that, we typically get together. I think it's ham for Christmas, usually.
See, that's the thing. Like, we might have ham every Christmas, and I just I don't remember or notice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm ham as well Christmas.
And we also get a lot of snack food. We usually go to 2 church services on Christmas Eve. There's like a 7:00 and like a midnight, so we'll always go over to a friend's house, and that'll include like a family friend. So it's like my parents, my sister, and I. And like my best friend's parents, his sister, and his mom. So we'll all hang out, and there's a ton of like desserts, chicken wing dip, pepperoni crackers, all kinds of snacks and stuff. So I'm definitely a big snacker around the holidays.
Chicken wing dip is also definitely the best holiday.
It's pretty much the best snack, like
all year round.
Yeah, just if you ever see me, just make me out chicken wing dip, and you'll be my favorite person in the world because I love chicken wing dip. So yeah, Lewis, did you able to think of anything yet?
Yeah, I was. There's a few things. One, I haven't had them since my grandmother died a while back, but rum balls. They used to make delicious rum balls.
No rum ham?
No rum ham, but rum balls. They're like chocolate balls with rum in them. And my aunt used to make them, and they were like taking a shot of rum.
I was saying, did you just get fucking like wasted when you were a kid on accident?
You'd get lit sometimes. Another thing I really enjoy around the holiday season is eggnog.
I
don't like a lot of it, but like a glass every now and again, during holiday season, maybe actually put.
Do you warm up your eggnog?
No, I don't think so. I think I usually just drink it cold.
Okay. The few times I've tried it, because like it's something that I always want to like, so I'll try it every couple of years, and I don't know, it's not for me.
Yeah.
If it was, it would probably be something that was like a glass a year.
Like I can't like just chug it or be like, oh, give me a gallon of eggnog, but like I can drink a glass, maybe 8 ounces. Yeah. I think those were the 2 things that really stand out for holiday foods for me. Everything else, like a spiraled ham, that's traditional holiday food. Mashed potatoes and corn. Well, that's more Thanksgiving.
What about Chinese food?
Nice duck with the head.
I've actually
off.
had Chinese food on Christmas pie before.
Yeah, so bad.
When I was in San Diego by myself, but that's here nor there.
True.
Actually, I remembered a couple other things while you were talking about. Sorry. Well, quickly, peppermint stuff always comes out during like Christmas time. It's really great. I had a peppermint iced latte earlier today, and
faggot.
Yep, I was gonna say homo, but
sorry,
that's
probably
too
aggressive. Keep going. Sorry.
Free.
Yep.
Free stuff is always the best.
Keep going.
And the Omaha steaks, those packs you get with like all the stuff.
Is that a Christmas gift?
Everyone in like our family gives those for Christmas.
My grandmother used to always send those to us for Christmas.
Oh, really?
My grandfather has a recurring account with Omaha, and every year he does nothing, but they
ship out Omaha.
And they give you a lot of shit in there.
All the sons and his daughter. Every year.
That sounds like a pretty good Christmas gift.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I could get behind that for sure.
100%.
One thing that does suck is candy canes. I think candy canes suck.
I don't mind candy canes.
I don't mind candy canes.
Well,
I like sharking them.
I like to lick them until they're really sharp. Yep. And then you like stab the top of your mouth or on accident.
And then you pick your teeth after you're done eating.
What the fuck?
And then you have like peppermint in your teeth.
You have a toothpick? That's all right.
A peppermint.
I like the really bad feeling you get when you
it.
bite them and there's all pieces in your.
I hate when
you gotta like
in my
teeth. Grind your teeth. So
I hate that.
Nothing that you're saying right now sounds good.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I don't like things stuck in my teeth.
I like playing with the top too. That's like curled, and I just like put it in my mouth and I was like
a fish hook
around it. Yeah.
Yeah, you got some issues. You got to get worked out. Somebody.
So you don't have like any hanging on your tree or anything?
No, I have them hanging on the tree, and then I'll throw them in the garbage.
Yikes.
That's just a waste.
You guys can have them. Merry Christmas.
Yay.
All right, let's see. Next, we answered Toast. Ross writes in and asks, any games you are trying to complete before the new year? Do you want me to go first on this one?
Sure.
Pretty quick answer. I'm not a game finisher.
All right. So next.
So pretty much nothing. Only thing I mentioned, because I know Zach hates when you don't mention something that doesn't actually answer the question, but I kind of want to try and get the raid of the new DLC for Destiny 2 finished before the end of the year.
I could be down with that.
So that's the thing I finish.
Mm-hmm.
If not a big deal. I'm sure we'll do it at some point, but I think that would be cool to do before the new year. You right over there?
Good.
Cool. Lewis.
There's a lot of games I want to finish. If I do actually finish them before Christmas, before New Year's, it's pretty doubtful. Because I think a lot of my time is going to be took up with PUBG and PUBG probably. But if I had to finish one game and if I could actually put my mind to it, it would either be The Last of Us or
we're going to talk about this for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
How we try to finish
or
The Last
Zelda.
of Us.
One of those two. But I have a lot of work to put into Zelda. So probably if I do wind up finishing a game before the end of the year, it will be Last of Us. But sometimes I just can't bring myself to play the PlayStation. I don't know why.
It's out there. It's in my living room.
Yeah.
But now that I have a Fire Stick, if I turn that puppy on to do anything, it's because I got a Redbox movie and I need to use the Blu-ray player.
Mm.
I would say I think I've used the... Well, that's not true. I just played a decent amount of PlayStation recently, but... I'd like to finish Assassin's Creed Origins. I'm pretty far. I have to be 20 plus hours into it. And then I started up A Night in the Woods on PS4, and I'd like to beat that as well. And I want to try to get some Persona 5 in before the end of the year, but...
I'm sorry, I didn't go get it.
I know, it's $30 at
My
GameStop
bad.
right now, and I was like, Ben, you should have your girlfriend go buy it. She didn't do it, I guess.
For context, she was already out of the house doing errands. That's why we were having.
That's why I was like, it's going to be perfect.
But she's on the other side of the city. Like, she was over in DeWitt.
It's not
And
the
where
other
there's a GameStop.
That's not the other side of the city.
It's
It's like 5
Where's
minutes
the
away.
GameStop in DeWitt?
right on Erie Boulevard.
Yeah.
No,
Marshall's Plaza.
She was like Liquor Warehouse. Total opposite side of the city.
Either way, you could make that GameStop on your way home.
Yeah.
No
Then
matter
she went to
what.
Walmart, so she was going to.
She could have bought it at Walmart then
Yeah, she
for
probably
$60
Probably
instead of
could've.
$30. But
Ooh.
yeah, that's the stuff I'd like to finish up those two at least, and maybe dip my toes into Persona 5. Hopefully.
Dippy toes. All right, next, Ireful Otter. Did I get it right?
Ireful, yeah. Ireful means
look at me.
like super angry.
full of Irishness.
Nope.
Oh, wait, I thought Irie. Oh, and you didn't say Irie. I was like, that's a Jamaican term for like being Jamaican. And,
Sure. Ask.
Irie.
What single player game do you think would have been better with multiplayer, and vice versa? What multiplayer game do you think would have been better as a single player game?
I feel like we might have covered this at some point because my answer for
something close to
multiplayer
this.
that needed single player was definitely Overwatch for me.
Yep.
I think an
I didn't
Overwatch
think
single
about it.
player game, it would be a really awesome third person action game. Maybe be able to be different characters or be a character that's not in the Overwatch universe yet, but have encounters with each character from the Overwatch universe.
Would be cool, yeah.
And actually be back to the point in Overwatch where it was like the good guys and the bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be pretty sweet. As far as single player needing like multiplayer or wanting a type of multiplayer from it, I would say I don't really have a good answer, but Wolfenstein I think would be fine. It would remind me of like Quake or playing something quick like Quake.
Yeah.
Just super
Or
fast paced,
like
lots
Gears.
of guns. I'd rather have it be fast paced, just because the game, like Wolfenstein 2 itself, felt like a super fast, like sprint around, all hip firing.
Have you ever
Like
watched
Doom.
Professional Gears?
Yeah, I'm just saying that's not what I'm getting at
That's
here.
But
But yeah, I think Wolfenstein multiplayer would be cool if it was all super fast run and gun, hip firing, mayhem.
Yeah.
But yeah, how about you, Lou?
It's a tough one. I guess I probably would have to agree with you on the multiplayer one. I was gonna say Battlefront, but they already fixed that.
Yeah, that's true.
They put in a single player thing. So a single player that could have used multiplayer.
that's just thinking.
Yeah,
Bro.
that's my thinking, Brad.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't have an answer,
I
you could
really
probably just go to
don't.
Ben.
But I could say an Assassin's Creed multiplayer, but they've already tried that.
It was
In
decent.
Unity,
it was just
yeah.
kind of like fitting in and then trying to kill other assassins, like having to pick them out in a crowd.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool if you think about it. Like, 60 of those people are all NPCs just walking around, and you have to try to like fit in with them. And then if you move a little too fast,
someone's gonna catch you.
You're gonna get killed. So yeah, the multiplayer used to be pretty cool in Assassin's Creed. So it's weird we didn't get it in Origins.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably fine that we didn't get it in Origins.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, it's not bad.
I think, and I think the fighting would be really fun if you were like doing a combat with another assassin. Would it be pretty interesting?
With like a little more technical, like For Honor or something.
Yeah.
How about you, Ben?
So I don't know how this would even be possible, but I think an art style multiplayer for Horizon Zero Dawn would be cool. Obviously, there's not a lot of different types of weaponry. Like you could only have bows and arrows and stuff, or
lots of bows and then mounts you could ride. That'd be pretty sweet.
I was thinking about something funny though, like a larger scale paintball game.
Like Splatoon? Yeah.
Kind of, but like with bows and arrows. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying here? See what I'm saying?
No, I don't. I'm not going to play this game.
So it's just like 6v6 or something in like a circular arena, and you have to like
bows and arrows.
Kill bows and arrows. I don't know. That was just kind of what I was thinking.
That was a half-baked idea. I don't think we should do it.
What?
Stop the funding. Shut the Kickstarter down.
Oh, sad face. And then it kind of had a single player, like, so Fortnite came out and it you can play it solo, but I don't think the story of it is kind of how I want. I wish it was more like a Call of Duty campaign.
I would say I feel like there's not really even
any story.
It's hardly a story.
I want to go back to like before the storm came and figure out like what kind of made it happen and figure out what more it is. Unless that happens later in the game, I didn't know it, but
who knows? We didn't get that far.
Didn't get that far. But like, I kind of wish it was just more of an in-depth solo player experience, especially right now for it getting, everyone knows Fortnite for its battle royale, but not many people like. I mean, I put a shit ton of time into that game when it first came out.
Before the battle royale, we did put a lot of time into it. Yeah.
So I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
And all right, Full Otter, with the second question, what is your current favorite big name studio and your favorite indie studio, and why?
Oh, boy. This is a good one.
I was just listening to you breathe real hard.
Sorry.
Staring at the floor.
Big name studio would have to be Bethesda.
As a publisher, unless you're just talking about the Fallout games.
Fallout games. I guess.
Sure.
And then
I guess because that's my answer.
Yeah. Chucklefish for indie game title, which put out the Stardew Valley, and they're also working on the Wizard version of it.
They're publishing that. They're not developing
it. I don't know the difference between a publisher and a developer, all right?
Publisher.
So you guys go with yours, and then I'll think of what the publisher...
Well, I can't promise mine's any better, so...
Okay,
so your publishers are your ones that actually, like, put out the games, and then your developing studio are the people that are actually...
Developing the game.
Making the game. So, like... Bethesda would be the publisher for my studio, which is Arcane Studios. Arcane Studios is the developer for Prey and the Dishonored games. Those two games are awesome, and but if you want to go with publisher, I think Bethesda is probably far and away the best publisher of games right now. Wolfenstein, Prey, Doom, Dishonored, Fallout. Bethesda's hell yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah. And then if you're going to just go the publisher route, Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed, South Park, Wildlands, The Division, Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah.
All the Far Cry games. Yeah, damn. For an indie developer, for me, it would be Playdead. That's Limbo and Inside.
Oh, yeah, those are great games.
Both of those are
amazing.
9 out of 10s, if not 10 out of 10s. I loved both those games to death. And then shout out to Nintendo. Nintendo's always developing good games.
Oh, well, okay, yeah. So then I would, developer.
Oh, change, developer, change, Nintendo, change.
How about you, Ben?
So I got it half right, kind of. Epic Games is the developer of Fortnite and the game called Paragon, which I've played. That's my big name because they're actually like fairly well known now. And then I would have to say favorite indie studio MDHR, who came out with Cuphead. Really good game.
That's good. That's a brand new studio too.
Yeah.
For that being their first game, pretty incredible.
And they won at least 2 awards at the Game Awards for Cuphead. So those are mine. And next I have a bonus questions section.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Ask Zach for 2 bonus questions.
The first one is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Lewis, go.
Yes.
Ben, go.
Never seen it.
Fuck my ass. Fuck me, you're in my ass. Of course you haven't seen it.
Is he still allowed to be here?
I don't know. We've got to literally have a whiteboard at work that is all movies that Ben hasn't seen.
It's full.
Really? There is literally a whiteboard.
We can't fit.
I'll send you a picture tomorrow.
It's full of movies, and we can't fit them. We can't fit any more movies.
Granted, a bunch of old people came in and decided they were going to put a bunch of movies
Things
that came out.
Well, he's never seen a single Godfather or The Schindler's List. Or
these movies all came out when I was 3 years old.
That doesn't mean you don't watch them. He's never seen Super Troopers.
I have seen many a part of Super Troopers.
Super Troopers is so far up Ben's alley as far as comedy goes that it blows my mind that you've never sat down and watched all of Super Troopers.
I think it's really shocking that he's never watched Die Hard.
I played too many video games. But if I sit down for a movie, it's like with someone else.
No, you watch New Girl for fucking 40 hours a week.
That's because Jess is home.
You should
and that's how I have to spend the time.
Dumpster.
So then be like, hey, Jess, let's go outside of our New Girl bubber and watch...
Bubber. Let's watch a movie with a bald guy killing shit. Oh, wait. That's every fucking action movie.
No, what you say is, hey, you want to watch a Christmas movie? And she'll be like, oh my God, yes, I want to watch a Christmas movie.
I will get
and then you
kicked in the nuts if I try to tell her Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie.
My answer is it is a movie set during Christmas. Definitely not a Christmas movie.
So I would have been the decider at this point.
I will also say that Home Alone is one of my favorite Christmas movies. Definitely not a Christmas movie.
Without seeing Die Hard,
it's a movie about... It's a movie that's happening during Christmas. It's about a burglary.
No, if you watch the whole story, it's about love.
Is that all?
And
that's what infers Christmas is. So in this case, hearing both of your sides, I actually have to agree with Zach
about Home Alone.
No, Die Hard. If it's just set in the Christmas time, that doesn't make it a fucking Christmas movie.
No,
well, you might. Oh my God.
Whereas The Grinch Who Stole Fucking Christmas. Christmas movie,
or The Santa Claus,
Christmas movie,
Jack Frost, Elf,
Christmas movie,
Christmas
Home
with
Alone,
the Cranks.
Very much on the edge about that because it is about the Christmas time, and she goes to great
Christmas
lengths.
Spirit and being together.
It's
on
a movie
Christmas
that takes place during. Well, okay, well, how about Gremlins?
It's a horror Christmas movie.
So then, what do you think? What about Krampus?
Yeah, Krampus.
Whatever.
Is that a Christmas?
That's definitely a Christmas horror movie.
Krampus.
There is a movie on Netflix called The Christmas Horror Movie.
I'd say if it says Christmas, Santa, reindeer, gingerbread man, any of these,
any one of these keywords, Elf.
No, Die Hard is a movie that takes place during Christmas. Definitely not a movie about Christmas, making it a Christmas movie.
I can give you that one, okay? Even though I firmly believe that Die Hard is a Christmas movie, I can give you that one. But I can't give you Home Alone.
Okay, well, that makes me feel better because, like I said, Home Alone is my favorite Christmas movie. Although technically, in my head, I don't make it a Christmas. But I guess some of his traps were like Christmas ornaments and stuff.
Yeah,
but that's totally about a burglary gone wrong.
And they have the rocking around the Christmas tree.
Yeah, that's because of
Christmas time.
Because it's a Christmas movie.
It's not. No, it's taking place during Christmas.
Wait, what are they doing? They're all coming together as a family and going on a Christmas trip.
Because it's set in Christmas.
But it's not about Christmas. It's about a burglary.
It's about them leaving their kid at home, and then the house gets burglarized
which
by
isn't
two
Christmas.
retarded people.
Yes, which isn't Christmas. It's a burglary that happens to a
did you star in that movie as the burglars?
Maybe.
It seems like he might have. Okay. The next bonus question number 2 for you guys. This is on the count of 3. We're going to answer this.
Okay.
What do you call the bugs that fly around in the summer and glow?
Lightning bug.
Oh,
sorry.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You're the fucking worst.
That's on 3, lightning bugs.
1, 2, 3, fireflies.
Oh wait, shit. No, I call them
fireflies.
Fuck, no, now you fucked me up because I definitely call them fireflies. Because I have that song stuck in my head whenever they come up.
Lightning bugs.
If I saw... I can't remember the words. Hold on. Fireflies.
I think I do lightning bugs more than fireflies.
Please don't start singing.
Fireflies.
I do lightning bugs.
There's definitely a song called Fireflies, though, isn't there?
There's a show called Firefly.
You're a firefly.
That was lightning bug. That was a good show.
Because they're not on fire. They look more like lightning shaking in the air.
This is a question. He just asked a question.
If you want me to be totally honest, I definitely call them glow butts. So look at the glow butt over there.
So we have a lightning bug, a glow butt, and a firefly. So
let's actually look up the technical name of these.
Take that as you will.
Glow butt. Yeah, that was okay. All right. While Lewis looks that up, we're gonna get into some news. I'm Ron Burgundy.
I like fireflies.
What's in the glowy butts? All right, let's start off the news with a little update for Ghost Recon.
Ghost Recon Wildlands released the Predator DLC.
Bum, bum, bum.
You know the evil Predator, Lewis?
Yeah.
Ben, have you ever seen Predator? Didn't even need to ask.
I saw Alien versus Predator.
So you at least know what the Predator is.
Yeah, they got that little thing on their shoulder that goes pew,
pew.
Yep. And they have like big mouths. And they like burn themselves with alien blood.
Bright green, gooey blood.
Yep.
So Wildlands got Predator DLC. It's just a story mission. It's gonna pop up on your main like mission map, and you need to go talk to this woman, and she's gonna be all like, "Oh no, something's killing everyone in the woods."
Oh boy.
And turns out it's a Predator. So you're going to go looking at... You're going to have to like search around different areas in the woods to get clues about like what's going on. And then you're going to have a final showdown where you fight the Predator.
That would be pretty... Actually, funny thing is I just watched a YouTube video about predators and kind of their history and heritage on what they do and how they raise in clans and everything. Really, I'm not lying either.
Like the Predator, this alien, or like sex offender?
No,
they get in clans.
The way he said it definitely made it sound like
Predator.
He was talking like sexual predators.
Is this one of the clans that you've
especially
joined recently?
Since it was like a documentary or something on
it
your
was
computer.
like it's a 7-minute video about Predator the alien.
Not
hey little kids.
Okay, well, You look like a predator.
Where would I randomly get the... I guess that would something I would connect things together. Okay, I see you.
Why is your voice so high right now?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Do you have something you want to tell us?
I have something stuck in my throat.
Wasn't gonna go there.
Yeah.
So this is a short DLC. It's literally just one mission, and at the end of it, you're gonna take down the Predator. So. It's free. Go out and play it. Take down the Predator. It's, from what I saw, it looked pretty intense. He obviously is invisible and he has his night vision and shit. And you're in the woods and it's a little dark. So
scary.
Go kill him. Get your free DLC on.
So quickly, I actually looked this up. Firefly is like a very relative term.
Yeah,
there are 2,000 types of fireflies. They're actually beetles. But they are known as fireflies, firefly beetle, glowworm, glowfly, moonbug, lightning bug, golden sparkler, and fire devils.
I like fire devils.
Super disappointed there's no glowbutt in there. I thought that was a very good term.
Super disappointed I haven't been calling them fire devils my whole life.
Yeah, right?
That's kind of...
Damn, fire devils?
But there you go. Now you're going to say, look at that fire devil.
That
and
field of fire devils. People
That
think you're fucking
scary.
crazy and check you into an institution.
Fucking right?
But
keep those fire devils away from me.
All right, what else is in the news?
Let's see. Next up, we have possibly a new Zelda, Lou?
Yes. It has been noted that the Nintendo is now in production and has started on their new Zelda project. Not much has been released on it other than it is it is being done. It is started.
All right.
Not sure. It's probably going to wind up being just like Breath of the Wild, an open world. They don't know if it's going to be a continuation of it or it's all brand new Zelda story.
Yeah, the only thing I saw coming out of this was that they're using the same game engine.
Yep.
So
that's what they did with Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask.
Okay.
And Twilight Princess, and I think not Skyward Sword, Twilight Princess, and there was another one with that one. I can't remember.
That other Zelda one that you all know.
Zelda.
But yeah, I'm pumped for it. I'm assuming it's going to be an open world. I know
you're pumped for it. What if it's just a pinball table and it's just Zelda themed?
Oh, that would suck. But
what if it's all online like Final Fantasy 14?
They did say that you are able to pet dogs in it.
Oh, Sims. You're so excited now because it's Sims. Yeah. It's literally Sims 5.
It's like Zelda Sim 5.
But it's Zelda.
But you can pet dogs. So that's been confirmed.
Oh, confirmed. You heard it here first.
Same game engine and dog petting.
Yeah, boom.
What more do you want?
What more do I want?
I want
a Switch.
I want an Epona dirt bike. Oh, shit. I can get it.
Oh, damn. All right. Next up, since we've been talking about PUBG so much, PUBG actually shut down a game that's a little bit of a clickbait, but actually the Culling, which is a game we've talked about on this podcast before.
It's a game we played.
It's a battle royale style. Yeah, literally like 3 or 4 days. Battle royale styled game that was on the Xbox, heavily on PC as well.
Heavily melee focused.
Yeah. Yep. I saw a bunch of stuff about it before we started playing it. But it just
that's the thing. Like, I was so pumped for the Culling because it was the first battle royale that we were going to be able to play on the Xbox, and then that's playing it.
In a report, that's how the devs and everybody felt too. They're like, we've gotten so much good feedback for battle royale style games. People who are in our playlist now are saying this game is great. The battle royale style is fun, and I saw a lot of cool gameplay coming out of it as well. But once you get in there, it's just so repetitive with what happens. You make an arrow, you make a spear, you turn that spear into a bow, you run around with no armor or anything. It just gets so repetitive, and it was kind of clanky.
Yeah, it was definitely felt early accessy, and that's right where it was.
So the developers have actually said that they're done updating Culling. Zyvant, sure, are actually moving to their next game and have said that they are not doing any more updates for the Culling. They're going to keep server options open continually for the foreseeable future. They don't have any plans of closing down any of the servers for those players who like the game, but they are not putting any more effort into bettering said game.
Yeah, with Fortnite Battle Royale and PUBG, there's probably no reason for anyone to play the Culling because Fortnite Battle Royale is free.
Unless they started putting stuff into it, like put guns polished it up a little bit, because the map and everything on it was nice. Like it was a fun game.
It was a true Hunger Games feel comparatively, which I think also kind of helped the buzz, but kind of let it down in the end. Is people were like, "Oh, Hunger Games, like that movie's so cool, like that series and franchise is so cool. Let's grab a game like it." And then once you get a taste of your Fortnite or your PUBG, you're like, Hunger Games is cool and all, but I'd rather shoot people from a mile away than have to be right next to them with a spear.
Yeah, and especially in the Culling when you spend the first 10 minutes just mashing rocks and sticks together to make bow and arrows and spears and stuff.
It was like a survival game mixed with Battle Royale.
Yeah,
it was
you had to know your crafting tables to actually
go forward.
To
make like an axe and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, hey, good riddance. In my opinion.
Something we haven't played. So we've heard a little bit more about the Sea of Thieves progression. Zach, why don't you get us into that real quick?
Yeah, so Rare put out a video on the progression for Sea of Thieves, which is something that people have been in the beta or the alpha right now, just taking their ships out and just doing piratey stuff, but what the question was always, what are you doing it for?
What's the point?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. It's me trying to get a sentence out. You help me out. So this video went over kind of the things that you are going to be playing for, what you're going to be earning and what you can be spending your money on. So they went over these trading companies. So at your main hub area, you're going to have these 3 trading companies to start. The gold hoarders, who are all about treasure. So they're going to ask you to do missions. They're called voyages. I would call them quests. So you're going to get these voyages to go on treasure hunts. They'll give you a location or maybe a riddle. You go and get the treasure and you bring it back to them. When you bring it back, you're going to get like reputation and money for actually doing it. When you raise your rep up, it seems like you're going to be able to buy different things, whether it be like clothing or maybe different ways to customize your ship or your person. So yeah, you get these quests from each of them. The other...
Wait, quick side note.
Yeah,
they're called voyages because they're taken on the sea.
Well,
you go on a voyage
you.
for sea quests are more like land-based.
All right. So...
he's got you there. I got you that one too.
The second trading company is going to be the Merchant Alliance. These guys are going to have you scout for supplies, ship resources, some animals. So they're pretty much just going to give you like a grocery list, I would say. It'll be like, we need 3 chickens, a keg of gunpowder, and maybe something else. So
a snack. A slithery snack.
A snack?
Snake.
Oh, a snake.
Oh, I thought he said snack.
Snack. Like get a bag of Cheetos after you get the Cobra and the gunpowder.
We need munchies for later on.
Definitely the Cheetos.
I think they had Cheetos back
So yeah,
then.
that's the Merchant Alliance. Like I said, you're going to get rep and you're going to get money once you turn in your voyage / quests. And your last trading company is going to be the Order of Souls. These guys are very combat focused. They're going to give you contracts to kill pirates from the past. Like
collect their skulls.
Essentially. So it's going to be these legendary pirates. You're going to get contracts to go kill them. When you kill them, you're going to chop off their head. You're going to take their skull. You're going to bring your skull back to the Order of Souls. They're going to give you rep. They're going to give you money. And then I'm assuming kind of like in Destiny-ish, each certain vendors are only going to have certain like clothing things or certain weapons. Speaking of weapons, that was one thing we did see. We actually saw a sniper rifle, because all we've been seeing is like the little musket, like hand pistol revolver things, whatever the hell they're called.
A flint rifle?
A what?
A flint rifle?
Yes, a flint rifle. Thank you. So we actually saw a sniper rifle. The cool thing about the sniper rifle is he looked through the sight, and instead of having like a crosshair or a red dot sight or something, the lens was just cracked. So in the center of it, like the crack came together. So that was your like reticle, which is a really cool way to solve a problem like that, instead of just having like a big open glass area and have to shoot.
I wonder if any of the pirates ever drew a dot in the middle of the scope.
Just a little tiny dot, or just like scratched a little right in the center.
Yeah.
I have to imagine at that point, if you have like a circle, you just wait until that circle, like you pretty much are on somebody. Like if their head and chest is in that, you pretty much just fire and hope for the best.
Yeah. Well, what if they're far away?
Well, with
they're a tiny little person. There's no way you're going to hit them.
No fucking way in hell. With the type of ammo and everything, they didn't have the rifled barrels back then. It was kind of just...
That's bullshit. They should have come up with that technology.
Right.
So one last thing I'll add is about the voyages. You can complete them at any level. So, say, Lewis, you've been playing the game way more than we have, and you're level 25 with the gold hoarders, and you have a voyage that you need to complete. Me and Ben, coming in at like level 5 or something, we can do the voyage with you anyways. So you're never going to be gated by somebody's level. Or like, nice. We're never going to run into...
This is way too hard for us. How could
exactly?
What the fuck?
So you never have to worry about it. You can hop in, play with whoever. And I mean, while you're doing all this, you always have to worry about other players, because if say you're doing something for the Merchant Alliance and you've got your hull full of chickens and they blow up your ship, the chickens are going to drown, and you're going to lose it, and there goes your contract. And
which that's a funny, cute little part is, so if you're doing contracts with animals, you have to take care of the animals,
right? Yeah. So like a big part of this is like the bottom of your boat can fill up with water. If you're storing all of your animals down there and it fills up with water and you don't empty it quick enough or take the animals out, they can like drown essentially, and you lose them. So then you wouldn't be able to complete your voyage. And I think the Merchant Alliance ones were also timed. It looked like you can like open up your little watch thing. So I think those are timed. But
you get one that's like, hey, we're having a big feast tonight. I need 16 chickens by 4 p.m. And you have like your compass has like a little timer part, and you rotate in through, and it kind of gives you a countdown, which is pretty cool. Personally, right now I'm leaning towards the gold one. And I'm just going to loot and pillage everyone else and not give a fuck about actually having to do my own work. I think that would be kind of fun, being the bad guy.
Real pirate does.
My thought was Merchant Alliance. I think going to collect little animals and putting them on my boat sounds right up my alley. So I'm going to do that. We're probably all going to do the same things together. How about you, Lou? Which
I mean, I guess
trading
I'll go for
company you going?
The
Order of Souls.
Skill, yeah.
Just chopping off pirate heads.
Our best combat guy will go for the combat one. That's what we'll do.
So why are you sending me that way?
Exactly. That's the point.
That was the joke, Lewis. Get it?
No.
You suck.
Hey, I'm not that bad. I've been keeping up with your kills on PUBG when we've been playing multiplayer.
Okay, because a couple lucky bullets into a...
that only gave me 2 kills. Well, most times when I finished with you guys, I had 5 kills every time, just
Let's
about.
Not have a pissing match here, folks.
I mean, I can't piss right now. I don't need to pee.
I mean, neither. But yeah, so that's it's cool to get to see some of what the progression is going to be. They didn't show a ton of like the outfits and whatnot. I was
gonna make a motion. Just keep talking. You're good.
I thought he was pointing at your Sounders poster.
I don't know what he's doing.
You'll see.
So yeah, being able to see some of the outfits and stuff. A lot of it looks cosmetic early. They're not showing off, like there might be a $100,000 ship you can buy or something like that, or new weapons. We've only seen the 2 weapons plus the sword thingy.
Cutlass.
Mm-hmm. You guys are good at this.
So when does this come out, Zach?
March 20th, 2 days after my birthday.
I don't think he saw you do that though. So
also, you could have just asked me the question instead of doing a weird
it makes me feel like
hook shot.
I'm into it though. It makes me feel better about myself.
All right, what else is in the news, guys?
Let's see. Came out with a little bit of an Assassin's Creed update, Lou.
Yes, there will be an update which will be bringing in a Final Fantasy 15 character named Arden. And he is the main protagonist Final Fantasy 15, and he is in this Assassin's Creed in some way or form, shape, matter, which is pretty cool how they're kind of doing a little bit of a crossover. And once you do beat the update with it, you get some really cool gear, and one of them is a mount for a chocobo. So if you ever want to...
One of them is a mount, and it's
a mount. The mount is the chocobo. If you ever wanted to ride a chocobo in Assassin's Creed, well,
your dream's about to come true.
Mm-hmm.
And when does this come out, Lewis?
I was going to say, and now over to you, Ben.
I hate you guys. I literally just hate you.
This needs to be video so people don't think we're retarded.
We are
doing
retarded.
hookshot points at each other.
Well, that's the most fun, is nobody can actually see it. So
for now.
One of the more major things that happened for us gamers and everyone who pretty much used the internet this past week was net neutrality. And the sad
it's
part,
not there anymore.
It got appealed. So for those of you who don't know, net neutrality makes it so everybody who uses the internet, it's locked. You have a specific amount you can pay for internet usage and those kind of stuff. So it was overturned this past week, meaning people can start charging whatever the fuck they want for whatever service they want to give you. Not much has changed yet. There's a lot of people and things. I know New York State and Washington State governing bodies are planning to sue the group in an attempt to block the appeal from passing. Other states are coming in to do it as well. So it sounds like there's a lot of outcry for this to not be a thing. So in the end, I think even if it does happen, you're going to see a lot of protection for most people. But one of the things that I saw in the article that kind of hit close to us is one of the things we're worried about is Twitch. Twitch.tv is a large bandwidth user on the internet.
So hey, pay $5 extra a month and we'll boost your speeds for just Twitch.
We'll be able to actually let you view Twitch versus you trying to get on Twitch and have to play at 360p so you can actually see gameplay.
Right, so they're going to throttle your speeds.
Yes.
It gives them the ability to throttle speeds for certain services or websites.
Or areas or whatever they want to do.
Yeah, it's real fucked up. So the worst part about this was like, it wasn't like something the whole country's voting on. Like it was 5 dudes, or maybe there was a lady or two in there.
It was it was 2 chicks and 3 dudes.
Okay.
Oh no, 2 chicks and 3 dudes, and they were both like the females were from a different party than the males. The males were, I want to say Republican, and the females were Democrats.
Definitely
doesn't really matter, but they also voted the same way. The 2 females voted to continue net neutrality, and the 3 males voted against.
So yeah, it was a 3-2 vote, and everybody saw it coming a mile away.
Yep.
Whichever president is, the president's side is always going to get the final verdict on that kind of stuff. That's terrible. But hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully the internet lives on. Mm-hmm. Hopefully we have a new president someday that will maybe think net neutrality, and having a free internet is a good thing, because it is.
Ooh, free internet. Give me 1,000 over 1,000. I won't. I
meant a free, like, not chained. Like, you're gonna have to pay for your internet no matter what.
Just that'd be my. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run for president, and my
free
campaign is just
everyone.
gonna be literally free campaign. You're gonna have to pay shit tons of money for everything else, but I'll give you free internet.
Free gigabit internet for everybody.
Boom. Yeah. So
who
that's
are you
kind
running
of
against?
a bummer.
Doesn't matter. He's gonna win no matter what. So
I'm fat. I'm not gonna win anything when I have to run. Let's be honest. There, I ain't gonna win shit. But that's going to do it for our news this week. Bunch of updates, some cool things coming out for some games next year, and the possibility of you paying a lot more for your shit. I think that's only the United States, though, correct? So our UK friends have no worries.
Oh, they'll have net neutrality forever. They do everything better than we do.
Yep.
Oh, well.
So,
except for win wars, because we beat you.
Here we go.
Wow. All right, so last but not least, let's go around the table. Where can we find you, and what do you think you'll be playing this week? Lewis, where can we find you?
You can find me at Waterloo on Xbox or Mixer. You can find me at Waterlewis on PlayStation 4. And _ Waterloo on Twitch if you want to reach out to me for some odd reason. Twitter.
Hey, he fixed himself.
And then I will probably wind up be playing PUBG, and then I don't really know. Maybe something else. Who knows?
Maybe something else. Dig it. Zachary,
you can find me at Risky the Kid everywhere. That's important. I'm gonna try to finish up Assassin's Creed. I think, hopefully, maybe dip into Persona 5 for some Game of the Year talk. But, yeah. How about you, Ben?
You can find me at OMG at Chopa everywhere. Actually, I'm going to throw something in here real quick. They want me to change my name. Everybody around wants me to change my name. I used to be Professor Shamu, and it's still available on Xbox Live. So, poll, write in the comments, or you can just DM us or something. Let me know. Should I change it to Professor Shamu on Xbox, or should I keep it at OMG at Chopa? Let me know. I'm interested to see what you think. I'm going to be playing some PUBG, definitely. But I'm starting to play a lot of Fortnite Battle Royale as well. I think it's fun. It's definitely a lot smoother for me on the OG Xbox. So, something I'll get into a lot more too. League of Legends, obviously. Other than that, I think we're going to try and get Persona 5 to play some of that for our Game of the Year. And I do want to play a little bit more of Horizon Zero Dawn, just so that I don't have a minimal knowledge of that when we come to that talk as well. Like we said earlier, Risky Radio, you can find us at _ Risky Radio on Twitter, or officialriskyradio@gmail.com for email stuff.
And for contests. Don't forget about the contest.
Don't forget about the contest. You can screenshot your rating. You can send it to us, and you can win $20 worth for whatever console you want. That's going to do it for us tonight. On behalf of everyone here at Risky Radio, I'd like to thank you for joining us. We had a great time, and we hope you did too. We'll be back next week for a brand new episode, but until then, we'll catch you later.
Bye, guys.
See ya.